Sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
We gotta get back into the swing of things. I've honestly been enjoying this YouTube journey so much. Reading is fantastic, books are fantastic, you know the gist. Just spotted a massive cobweb, oh my goodness. Anyway, in the process of all of the reading I've been doing, my writing is kind of like taken a back seat, really. Although I have I've opened my laptop, I've done a little bit of work here and there when I can, but it's not as consistent as what it was when I was writing my first book. So in this writing vlog, over the next few days, I'm gonna open my laptop, hopefully do about like 1,000 words a day, or if not more, that would be amazing, and just talk to you through my process. Writing for me right now has honestly been, it's felt like a hit or miss experience. Like, I'm either feeling in the mood to write or I'm not. And I suppose that's kind of what every writer goes through, but it's odd for me because when I wrote my first book, I was so ready to open my laptop every day. And I just want to feel like that again, because ultimately that is my goal in life, to write amazing books. I would love to write New York Times bestsellers. That is ultimately like my dream goal. Just being able to produce stories that enlighten people and inspire them and make them dream bigger and not to be afraid to dream bigger. So that's why writing needs to take up the majority of my work time. But obviously right now I am focusing a lot on YouTube, and that is quite simply, and I'm not complaining at that, I love YouTube so much. Ultimately, I love reading as much as writing. Writing is my dream job, but reading is just as wonderful. Literally gone upstairs because I'm still embarrassed to film in front of my husband. Oh gosh, every time I sit on my bed, it's nice sitting on your bed for these kind of updates, but it just makes you feel like you could just fall asleep. Everyone is so tired. Anyway, every time I start filming a video, like when I first turn on the camera with the purpose of filming, my brain is still I'm still like a little bit awkward, and I'm still trying to like just shake it off and be myself. And I am definitely getting there. Like now as I'm talking, I'm fine, there's no anxiety, but when I first turn on the camera, I'm like, oh, Oh, it's not a big deal. Anyway, I don't really know what to do with these pieces of hair, but they're just gonna stay like that. Writing does make me so happy, but I don't like it when I take breaks from my writing, because then I come out of the world, and I don't like that, because when I'm in the world, I'm having the best time and I'm making these scenes feel real to the reader and to myself, and like the quality of my writing is so much better when I'm doing it each day. That's why I'm filming this, is because I know I need to get back into the swing of things. So far I've written like roughly, I think it's like 146 words it said. It's fine. What I usually do is like I'll write like 100 words, take a 5-10 minute break on YouTube, go back, do another 100 to 200 words, go back, and then before I know it, I've hit 1,000 words, which is ultimately the goal that I have every day. Or as I said, if I start at like, say for example, my word count is like 6,280 words, then my ultimate goal is just to get into the next 1,000 mark barrier. So if I'm on like 7,200 something words, I want to get to 8,000 words, and that can even just be like 800 words. Does that make sense? I always think I'm making things way too complicated than they need to be. Probably am, but hopefully you can follow my train of thought. I'm gonna get back to writing, and yeah, I've told you what I've written so far, and I really want to start filling up my my writing tracker, because for July it's looking pretty sad. I've only filled in July twice, but I know I have way more days than that, but it's days I just did not count at all. So July is going to look a lot quieter than what it has actually been, but hopefully we can fill like 7 entries or so it's looking a bit better. Also, I keep getting lipstick right here. That's annoying. So yeah, get back to writing, all book stuff. So happy. This is yeah, YouTube is life. I'm living my best life. You guys are my dream. Ay, ay, ay. Come on, laptop, what are you talking about?
Oh, it's really hot today.
Good morning, although it's essentially afternoon. It's Tuesday. Yesterday I was so busy. I did more or less everything that I said I was going to do, minus my ironing, but I am going to do that later today. I worked out, as you saw by the footage. Very happy with that, although in the evening, once I got to bed, my mood just started to plummet, which is a normal thing for me, but I soon realised that I needed to rest, or else I was gonna start it wasn't gonna be good if I didn't take some rest. So I had a lay-in today and I feel a lot better. My mood is a lot better, so very grateful for that. I'm gonna do some more writing. After sleeping for a bit, I've like really processed everything that I wrote yesterday, and I'm very happy with how things are progressing with my story, and I'm excited to get back to it. So today all I plan on doing is writing and then my ironing. You won't see me doing my ironing, but obviously you will see my ironing. I don't know if I'm gonna finish this writing vlog at the end of today or if I'll carry on tomorrow. I'll just see how I go. Also, there's a book that I'm actually really getting into. Let me just get it. So the book I'm loving right now is this one. I've shown you it before. Silence of Severance by Wes Markin. I'm 10 pages in. Oh, sorry, I know I keep it's because I'm filming with my phone, so I'm still getting the hang of this. I'm 10 pages in so far. Really like it. It's really fast paced, and the way it starts off really makes you're confused but enthralled. So far, love this. I really want to read this. I don't think I will read it in this vlog, but I'm just telling you how I feel. So yeah, loving that. All in all, should be a very productive day, and I'll update you with how the rest of the day goes in a bit. You know, it's funny actually. Hopefully you can't hear the where should I put you? Hopefully you can't hear the lawnmower in the back because I've got my window open. It's very hot today. Can't wait for fall. It's literally all I think about anyway. Every writer has their process, and one thing that really helps me get in the groove of the style of my book is this song. I'm one of those people where I will listen to the same song when I'm obsessed with it over and over and over again, and that will just power me for probably a week. A week full of inspiration, a week full of motivation, and then once I don't know, I've played it for 100 times, then it starts to the hype of it starts to wear off. But one song that I listen to every time I first turn on my laptop and I start to think about my writing and what I'm gonna do next is The Guardian by Wave Shaper. Love that. I don't really listen to music that has, well, I do. I listen to some music that has lyrics in it, but I have to be in a very specific mood when I need to do some serious thinking about the plot and what should naturally come next. It's usually lyricless music. I don't even know what you would call the style of Wave Shaper. It's ambient, I suppose, electric ambient music. Yeah, I suppose that's the best kind of way to describe it. Anyway, I love this song, and I will just put on a playlist and I'll think for a good while. One thing that I think a lot of writers struggle with is subconscious pressure, because a lot of them will read their writing. A lot of them will look at their writing and stew and have so much pressure build up in their head of making their work amazing and the best thing. And honestly, I think that really drowns out creativity, because so many times when I am writing, I will just stop for a while and think about the natural progression of the story and just mull over it, and don't be stressed to come up with what comes next. If anything, just doodle some silly ideas, some silly possibilities, ones that you think, oh no, I really don't think that will happen. And usually your brain will then start to make connections that are actually creative and worthwhile to your story. So what I often do is I will read the work that I did the previous day, mull over it, and just, oh yeah, I've also got my notepad that I go to with my notes of roughly what I think will come in the next chapter, and just the combination of all of that works really well for me. And I thought I'd probably talk a little bit about my creative process, because this writing vlog makes sense. So yesterday I got up to 60, my word count that I got up to yesterday was 63,572 words, and I wrote, what was my word count that I did yesterday? I know I did over 1,000, which was really great. I did 1,357 words, so that was very good considering it was the first time I'd really gotten into it. So today it would be awesome if I could crack like 1.5 thousand words. That would be amazing, but I'm not putting pressure on myself because I'm really feeling like a good rhythm building up in my writing routine, so I'm just gonna see what comes naturally. I do really want to do a decent amount of reading today. Where's it gone? Oh, it's back there, because I showed you my book and that is very much in my head, and I feel like I need to get it out my system almost, and I haven't had this kind of buzz for a book in a while, so I'm excited to start turning the pages in that. I'm gonna get started, do some thinking, and where's it gone? Sit on my diet lemonade, my goat. If you watch Destiny and Sarah, you know.
You know, because their podcast is amazing.
I would love to afford their merch. Well, technically I could afford their merch, it's just there's other things that I need to pay for. Gosh, it's so hot. We're not used to things condensating in the UK. Also, can you please tell me the difference it makes of my iPhone footage versus my camera footage, and if you actually care? Because if it's basically you don't really mind, it's just a different type of footage, then tell me, because I'm always feeling bad for filming on my iPhone because it's so easy, and I don't think I should feel bad because there's got to be tons of YouTubers that do that, but I still think like you've got a proper camera back there, you can just set it up properly, but it's like a tripod and the faff of moving it and changing the focus, and the autofocus is clicking, so I don't want to use the autofocus, and the little struggles of being a YouTuber, honestly. Such a hard life. It's really not. Pathetic problems. Right. Stop talking. Start writing. That's what we're gonna do. I've only written 500 words. What's the exact number? Because we like specifics. 534 words I've written so far. It's going well, but the thing is that I'm doing quite a thinky section of it where, again, we're at, I'd say I'm probably coming up to a third of the way through the book. Yeah, but I'm about maybe a third of the way through the book. I'm now sitting at 64,106 words. So going well, I've crossed my little barrier. But yeah, like I said, I'm at quite a thinky part where things are really progressing and developing, and the decisions I make right now are going to have consequences throughout the rest of the book. So I'm just taking my time, really. What I was gonna say was I actually have a number of like writing projects, not too many, but enough that keeps me mentally entertained. So I have book 2 of The Year of Andromeda, which I've talked about, and I also have, where's it gone? I have it's kind of like a young adult mystery. The project name you could probably give it is Freckles. So got that I can also open if I want to. And I actually have another writing project that I started this year. I started Freckles last year just for some fun over the weekend, and it's gone well. Like I've not done too much, like we're literally talking like a few thousand words on both, but it's just where I will write maybe like a paragraph at a time because I happen to be thinking about it, or I just want a change of pace. And yeah, I have this other project that is actually a literary fiction, and I never ever saw myself as someone who would write literary fiction. I felt like it just felt right at the time when I started doing it. You could probably call my project of the literary fiction book, maybe you could probably call it Cracks. I think that would probably be fine. It doesn't really have much of a project name. I knew the title as soon as like I started writing it. Like it very much struck me like lightning that I needed to write something very specific in literary fiction. And I do think I love and hate bikes. Yeah, it very much struck me at the right time when it came to writing this work of literary fiction. I'm only on 2,384 words, and I do like it, and I do think about going back to it, and I know what the ending will be. It's very much a kind of I'm feeling my way through the process, which is a lot of what I do with the majority of my writing work. So I do love doing this, and it is fun. I don't always know what to film. So what I was going to say is that I've done, how many words are we at now? It's probably not very much since I last spoke to you. Yeah, still the same. 534 words that I did for the second book in the Era of Andromeda, and I'm at a point now where the next part that I write needs to be really like top tier, and I know that I'm going to go back and like edit multiple times and have a few drafts of this book, but I really like to give it my all every single time so that it's easier for me when I come back to it. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish up book 2, my session of book 2 at 334 words, and I think I'm going to open up one of my other projects and just have a little play around with that. So I thought I was going to do a little bit more today, but honestly I'm at peace with that because I still feel like what I have written is very good. It's not a load of rubbish. I am happy with it. Usually as long as my work is like solid, if that makes sense. Like if I'm not just spelling words on page for the sake of a word count, then if it's not like me just filling in words for the sake of the word count, then it's fine. Wait, what? Oh gosh. I don't like putting in words that aren't necessary, so I take my time in writing anyway. Sometimes I reach 1,000 words, sometimes I don't, sometimes I reach more. It is what it is. The important thing is consistency. I won't write down my word count on my writing tracker just yet because I'm going to do other bits and pieces. So right now I am at 64,106 words. Oh, I didn't notice that before. On Google Drive, it shows you, if you click on the little arrow next to your word count, it'll tell you how many pages, how many words, how many characters, and how many characters excluding spaces. So that's interesting. I didn't notice that before. Anyway, so I'm going to close up this document and maybe, I think I'm feeling the literary fiction right now because I think I just need like a different space to keep writing. So yeah, I'm going to do that. honest right now, isn't this just like the best atmosphere that you could wish for right now? Like the darkness, getting outside, the lights, you can tell that it's cold out there and you can smell the new books. Oh my word, I wish I was there right now. Also, side note, obviously watching Sarah and Destiny, and I have been doing my writing. I've finished for the day. I did 872 words, which to be honest I'm happy with because just the consistency is important to me. And yeah, I think I honestly might finish the YouTube video here just because I'm feeling like I need to carry on because I'm in a good rhythm going here with my writing, and I will be turning on the laptop tomorrow to do more. Very happy with everything that's going so far, and tell me if you like this video, because if you do like my writing vlogs then I will do another one. But if you're more interested in like bookish content, then obviously I have more of that coming, so don't you worry, bookish content is everything